Brett, you require 88.
Well, worst case scenario, Clayton should get a dart at the bullseye here. Well, he's going to get the best prize, double 14.
Game shot
and
the
that is a
first
clinical
leg.
clean
Brett
kill
Clayton.
for Brett Clayton to break the Heenahan throw.
Poison
Connor,
chalice.
you require 110.
For the match.
The poison chalice, but these ton plus finishes have been a malice for Connor Heenahan. Is he going to find yet another tops for Heenahan? And he knows
Connor
how huge
Heenahan.
that is. And once again, when it's mattered most, Connor Heenahan.
Robert, you require 86.
Double 16 for Thornton. You
Game
don't
shot
often
the
see him in
first
that area of the
leg.
dartboard.
Robert Thornton.
He's an absolute tops and tens man.
But of
Robert, you
course, in the
require
setup, Martin Adams finds a
116.
big visit. 2 trebles on this occasion. But can Fulton take out the 116? He's going to give himself a go at tops.
Game shot on the
His
third
favourite
leg.
friend has
Robert
come up
Thornton.
trumps again. I
Martin,
think
you
because
require
Adams
40.
has got 6 more if he wants at tops.
Yeah, no pressure, no drama.
Game
And
shot
Adams is
and the
victorious.
match, Martin
Over
Adams.
his great friend and rival Robert Thornton. Ultimately, it's about the 2 points. I don't think he'll be satisfied with the victory, Wolfie, but he's up and running finally. And Robert Thornton, it was an indifferent performance, put it that way. He'll come back, he'll bounce back. We know Robert Thornton will do. But for Martin Adams, that's his first 2 points of Group B against his good friend and rival, as said. And next up, it's Mark McGinley joining the 4. He plays the returning Brett Clayton.
Mark, you require 78.
And suddenly this becomes a must-hit. Double 12 and now 6s to win leg 6.
Game shot on
And
the
to
sixth
take us
leg.
all the way
Mark
to a
McGinley.
decider.
He requires
It's
72.
a wonderful place to play darts. The acoustics of the building. As Heenahan looks at dart at tops for 1-1.
Game shot on the second leg.
Just has
Connor
that knack, doesn't he,
Heenahan.
Connor Heenahan, where he can just flick that switch. Game. Adams will feel it's 6 darts on here because 119's not a nice finish. There's the double 83 left, so treble 17.
116.
Wonderful setup
Connor,
play
you
from
require
Wolfie.
119.
And so Heenahan has to take this. This is kind of Hail Mary territory for him now. But he misses the big number. It's the criminal fatal error.
79.
And so now his
Martin, you
hopes are in the
require
hands of
32.
Martin Adams to miss 3 in hand at 32 for 4-1 victory.
Game, shot,
and Wolfie
and the
makes no
match,
mistake.
Martin
And he is
Adams.
suddenly back in this race as far as qualification is concerned, because he has defeated Connor Heenahan by 4 legs to 1. And he's back in the picture all of a sudden. Him and Robert Thornton. Adams on 4, Thornton on 6 has made this a really interesting one for the line. And Thornton takes on McGinley up next. And if the Gladiator can pick up the points here, we've got a thrilling race to third place on our hands. Join us after this.
That's my only concern for McGinley. I like that way. He's going to give himself a dart or a double. Tops for 1-0.
Game
And
shot on
tops
the
it is.
first leg.
Very rarely
Mark
used
McGinley.
players using that bullseye route on score, finishes over 90 these days. Double 12. Big dart.
Game shot on
Right
the
in the
second
centre of the
leg.
board,
Mark
right in the
McGinley.
centre of double 6.
Right when he was in the middle of an uphill battle. And
Game,
maybe
shots,
McGinley's
and the match,
destiny is to
Mark
make
McGinley.
the final joust as he thrashes Robert Thornton by 4 legs to 0. Another impressive performance for Mark McGinley, 96.97. The average in the end, 57% when it came to the finishing. And Robert Thornton, who was in such a promising position going into tonight, has now got 2 players chasing his tail in that 3rd position in terms of qualification. Next up for us, it is Brett Clayton up against Martin Adams. Clayton, with a victory, is in to tomorrow night's finale.
How do you come up with them sayings? It's just unbelievable. Double 8 for Clayton. 3-2. Double 4.
Game shot on the fifth
No dramas
leg.
here for Brett
Brett
Clayton.
Clayton.
He continues to impress. Being asked, you've had the answer. This is your moment for qualification.
Double 12. And Clayton
Game,
is
shot,
the maiden
and the
name
match.
for...
Connor, you require 108.
You look at the 19s. He's going to get a dart for the match.
Game, shot,
Changed his mind,
and
haven't
the
done
match.
16, but
Conor
Heenahan
Heenahan
qualifies for Saturday night's final.
Conor, you require 108.
You look at the 19s. He's going to get a dart for the match.
Game, shot,
Changed his mind,
and
haven't
the
done
match.
16, but
Conor
Heenahan
Heenahan
qualifies for Saturday night's final. A very proficient performance against Mark McGinley, who played some excellent darts tonight. Mark McGinley just didn't get the rewards, but Conor Heenahan is impressed in his campaign in Group B. He's played some marvellous stuff, and once again, his checkout ratio is absolutely sensational. And of course, there was a 100-plus average, and this time it was to win the match. Superb darts from Heenahan. It's over to Robert Thornton now for qualification. He's up next against Brett Clayton.
Robert, you require 86.
Well, this to get a chalk on the board. This is with the darts. It's 2 at double 16. Can he just kiss it off the barrel?
Game, shot, on the
Yes,
third
is your
leg.
emphatic answer.
Robert
15
Thornton.
darter for Robert Thornton, who is just trying to give himself a bit of a G-up.
You require 60.
Made a hash of that. Clayton, whose doubles have been awful in this game. Nowhere near where they've been previously.
Game, shot on the sixth leg.
Of course, it
Brett
goes in
Clayton.
first. It's 3-3. Thornton is fighting.
His hands shrugging to the air. He has a chat to himself. A shake of the head, because Clayton has a match dart at
65.
double 9, which has come and gone. And Thornton
Robert, you
is
require
going to get another
24.
opportunity at double 12.
1 millimetre away. And
Game,
Thornton
shot,
qualifies
and
for the
match.
final
Robert
tomorrow
Thornton.
night with a massive amount of relief. That double 9 miss there from Brett Clayton could have made it all so different. It hasn't been vintage Robert Thornton by a long way, but that might be just a real wake-up call he needs for tomorrow night. Nothing to separate them there on the tail of the tape, but just look at that statistic there from Brett Clayton. 3 from 16 on the outer ring. That was the deciding factor. But more importantly, Robert Thornton will be there on Saturday night. He will come back fighting. The penultimate game of the night. It's Martin Adams up next against Mark McGinley.
Here, McGinley looking for 86 for an opening leg break. And he's going to have 2 in his hand at double 16.
Game, shot on the first leg.
Great start
Mark
from McGinley again.
Underneath, and so can
Mark,
McGinley
require 110.
finish off with a little flourish.
If it is, he's going to need treble 18. He's got it. And it's double 18 for the match. And a
Game,
big
shot,
4-0
and the
victory.
match.
Just finish on the high, Mark McGinley. But you do feel that game just lacked the intensity. Two good friends. I'm sure they've enjoyed getting back together again and talking about old times. Both played very, very well tonight. Mark McGinley will look back at that game with Brett Clayton early in the night as we look at the tail of the tape. Just the one dart to double there for Martin Adams. It was all about Mark McGinley there, and he saved his best to last with that 110 finish. We move on to the final game of the night. It's Conor Heenahan against Robert Thornton. Darts away tonight.
Or is he going to save his best till last?
180.
Well, I was promised the 9.
And guess what? They're both on a 9.
180.
One man may miss and the other may get.
96.
Well, Conor Heenahan, every single time he's played in Group B, has hit a 9-dart finish. Can he continue that trend?
180.
Could well be another magical Modus Super Series moment.
45. Conor, you
Been
require
there, done it, and got
141.
the T-shirt. He promised me this 9-darter.
$100. You require
Clayton.
112.
Yeah, the difference being he was in total control of this game. Robert Thornton's actually
Game shot on the fourth
just stepped
leg.
up about
Robert Thornton.
50% at the moment.
Robert, you require
given him a-
91.
Possible poke at tots, but Fulton for the match goes bullseye first. And so it gives him one dart at
Game,
tops,
shot,
and that is all
and the
Fulton
match.
needs in the
Thornton.
end. As he gets the better of Conor Heenahan by 4 legs to 2. There's a nice little embrace from the pair at the end of that one. It is Thornton who wins a real ding-dong battle there. 96 the average, 3 maximums, a 112 finish to boot. He gets the better of Conor Heenahan by 4 legs to 2. We're going to see the pair tomorrow night at the finals. Fulton 4, Heenahan 2.
Yeah, thank you very much, Henry. Yeah, a great ending to the night for Robert Thornton. It could have been so different. We'll take a look at the results for the evening. Thornton, well, it all started horribly, and it could have gone horribly wrong.
Yeah, there was moments in the commentary box. I literally turned up tonight and I clearly wrote the story already that the top 3 were going to go through. Well, they did, but not how I anticipated it was to go through. And that mid-match there was some really pivotal moments there. And really, Robert got away with it near the end, but demonstrated his qualities in that final game.
He certainly did. Brett Clayton losing his first match there, but he was actually the first player to make it through, and we saw a real moment of sort of amazement from Clayton as he hit that winning double to qualify, sort of looked up to the heavens and just let it all sort of sink in, because he struggled last time he was here.
Yeah, like I said, he has to have play with intensity, because when he'd qualified his final game without the intensity, and it was a beautiful first start, and like sometimes it's just to look up like that, because none of us were talking about him. And I think he just had a point to prove. It was a tough group. He was the first to qualify, and, you know, fair play to him and good luck to him tomorrow night.
We were all talking about Conor Heenahan, and he didn't let anybody down. He's always made it through to finals night, and he did it again. Fantastic stuff over the last couple of nights from the Irishman.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. And he's got that, like I say, he's got that game where he could be really dynamite tomorrow night. It sort of feels like it's more of a knockout rather than playing in a round robin where you can lose some here and there. He'll have a big part to play tomorrow for sure.
Okay, and Robert Thornton, in the end, making it through as well, despite one moment looking like he was heading out. It's been an interesting night for Thornton. We said never write him off, and just at the moment when we started to, he came out swinging. He's downstairs talking to Henry.
Robert, many congratulations through to tomorrow night, but a little bit of hard work in the end.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I come in, I felt comfortable tonight, which is unusual because I usually feel nervous. And I lost the first 2 games and I was under pressure then, and I dug it out a little bit.
It was always in your hands, even though obviously that game against Brett, you knew if you win, you went through. And how do you kind of feel going into that particular encounter?
To be honest with you, I wasn't sure if I'd went through, if I'd beat Brett. I don't look at points. I don't look at leg differences and stuff like that. I got there and I play my darts, and if they're good enough on a day, then I go through. And it just so helps that my last 2 games I won it and I got through.
And then that final game there against Conor, you say some real good stuff for that one.
Yeah, it was weird. I felt, actually, don't get me wrong, I mean, I felt good coming into tonight, but when I got here, I felt kind of tired a little bit, if you know what I mean. I think it was because I chilled out too much today. And then I found my second wind in that last game. It was a little bit mental.
Right, back through to Saturday night final. You know the question I'm about to ask you. Nobody's qualified for a Saturday night here more often than you have. It's the 7th time you've qualified for a Saturday night final. Surely, Robert, it's your time, isn't it?
It's got to happen at some point, isn't it? I'm not going to say it's going to happen tomorrow night. I'm not going to say it's going to happen the next time I'm in or the time after that. It's got to happen at some point. But when it does, just watch out.
Well, we look forward to watching you play tomorrow, Robert. Many congratulations tonight.
Thank you very much. And tell the Tweed twins we were watching.
Does he mean us? Does he mean us? I'm not sure about that. Yeah, but Robert Thornton, look, he's the type of player who could sneak through the last one and then even go and win Champions League
And that's my assessment still. That's my conclusion. It was a different way of qualifying for him. Normally he's dominated. Normally very similar to John Henderson, where he's the big name tomorrow night. Like Henry said in comms, he might just go under the radar a little bit tomorrow. But I think he just demonstrated in that last game then. Quite a straightforward 97 average. He looked good. And the word he was using in that interview about feeling good, he felt good coming in, then he felt a little bit of nerves. I think tomorrow he'll really fancy the job.
Right, final confirmation of the Group B table then, and as you can see, Brett Clayton, Conor Heenahan and Robert Thornton actually all finished on the same amount of points. Clayton, though, topping the group from Conor, and then the Scotsman, Mark McGinley and Martin Adams. bowing out, and that means that the finals night field is set, the last Saturday session before Champions Week, and these are the groups. Glenn, just look at those and talk us through what you see and what you expect.
Yeah, like I said, very even. I think Conor Heenahan will be delighted with that group. They're both tough. Yeah, I'm talking, like I said, Lewis Gurney is a player I'm excited to see tomorrow, and just look at that last two names, Brett Clayton against Robert Thornton. They've just literally come off playing each other there. The importance of playing a game that might have an impact tomorrow, and that's why Robert getting over the line there against Brett early doors, it could be really important going into that.
Go on then, give us a name.
I'm going to stick with Robert Thornton.
Robert Thornton then, Glenn says, to win this final week, and then it's Champions Week getting underway on Monday. So do tune in from 7:30 live on the Modus Super Series YouTube channel tomorrow for the group games, and then from 10 p.m. we will be live on Sporty Stuff TV for the semis and final to decide who takes the last place in that Champions Week field. So from us, the Tweed Twins here at the Modus Super Series, it's good night.